All right, in our next Intro to Sociology videos with me, Dr. Cowart, we're going to be talking a little bit about the online format and how this class is going to start out this semester. And we may adjust as we go on. It really depends on what students feel works for them, if they like more um, collaborate time, or if they like being a bit more flexible. Um, we'll see how it goes, but let's just overview this real quick before our meeting on Wednesday morning. All right, so the first thing is that your book is an electronic resource that you get through Blackboard. So if you're not cleared yet, you don't have access to Blackboard, I'm going to be sending out a link that will let you access our meeting even without it. But you're going to need to access Blackboard. Blackboard is our hub. It's where all the stuff is going to be that we need. So what's going to be there is one thing is going to be your textbook information link, which is going to take you to an app called VitalSource, which is where you can get your book. We may experiment a little bit with sharing our notes and annotations on this throughout the semester. It might be a good way for me to see what you're struggling with in your reading. So that's going to be online. Watch the lecture videos, much like this one. We'll try to keep them short so you can consume them in little chunks. This is called micro-learning. There's not actually a ton of research on it, but it's not too bad. All of our material is going to be arranged in weekly modules. And I'm going to show these to you in our weekly meeting on Wednesday. But again, you'll click on the side of your screen in the course, Intro to Sociology, and it'll say weekly modules. And it'll say week 1, week 2, and it'll have the dates. And in that folder for week 1, everything you need. So you'll see links to videos. They'll be embedded right there. You'll see the supplementary readings or videos. Now the supplements are going to be kind of examples or things that broaden our discussion. Sometimes they'll be shorter videos. Sometimes it'll be a longer documentary. I'll usually try to let you know when it's going to be a little longer. Typically they'll be around 10 to 40 minutes, maybe a short reading, or maybe a podcast, for example. We'll have one from Radiolab. But these are going to be related to our discussions, so you're going to need to do them before we do our discussions. Now, discussion is going to happen, at least initially, if it works, through this app that's free called Flipgrid. Now, what Flipgrid does is it lets us have a discussion asynchronously, meaning we're not like there at the same time, but we can record short videos as responses. So instead of kind of just typing out something, I feel bad about society today, you can record yourself, and it's going to make it a little bit more dynamic. We'll see each other a bit more. We'll get maybe feel for each other a little bit more. We'll go over the appropriate ways in which to behave on the app. Obviously no bullying, that sort of thing. And then you'll respond to somebody else's discussion prompt. And I'll put up detailed guidelines for what I want in those discussion posts. Because I want you to use what we're using in the reading and in class in your discussion prompts. But I think this will be kind of a fun way to do discussion. If people absolutely hate it, we'll revisit it. And then once a week starting, we might go to more. We're going to do our in-class discussion. So this is when we're going to meet via Blackboard Collaborate, which is kind of like Zoom if you've been doing that. It's a pretty good software. I'm kind of having fun with it. We'll see. And we'll spend that class time having discussion, digging into issues you're having, breaking out into groups, and really digging into the material a bit more. So this is going to be a really important time to kind of dig into everything. But all of this is going to require you to show up prepared. Right? So you're not going to get everything you want from 1 hour of a meeting. Obviously, you're going to need to read and watch those videos. If people really prefer the in-person meeting more, we might switch formats. This is a bit more flexible. Then lastly, we're going to have drop-in hours. Either on Blackboard, you'll see I have drop-in office hours, virtual office hours, and we have an app, GroupMe. I will sometimes just be in the main drop-in hours room. We'll go over how to access that, and I'll send you all some guidelines. But you can also ask to meet me via GroupMe, or you can just ask me a question in GroupMe. And my first student talked to me today. So this is going to be our basic format. We'll have assignments in addition to this that we'll cover and have detailed guidelines on. We'll have exams that are in Blackboard. We'll have meetings to study for the exams. We'll go over all this, and everything you really need to know is in the syllabus. Many of you might ask me questions, and I'll probably just tell you to go read the syllabus. So do that too. Read the syllabus. So a couple of things I want those of you who are fresh and new to college and those of you who may have struggled a little bit last semester to know. First thing, your professors are here for you. Don't be afraid to hit us up. Right? However they give you to communicate, they should have some way of communicating with you regularly. That's our job. I'm here to help you do well. Don't be afraid to message me. Maybe some of you, because we have the app, will feel a bit more comfortable with that. But I'm totally happy meeting with you, working over assignments. Sometimes students need help explaining assignments. That's totally fine. All of that is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you succeed and to learn. Now, don't take it the wrong way. I will sometimes push back. I will not give you the answers. I'm here to help you learn, not do your work for you. So take advantage of your professors. Ask to meet with them. In this class in particular, things I want you to think about, do the reading. Lecture and discussion time is not in addition to the reading. If you read ahead, most of the ideas we talk about, you'll already have in your head, you'll have some grasp on. It's not your first exposure to them. So if you're exposed to it a couple of different times, it's really going to help you to understand the material on a deeper level. In this class, we're not going to be memorizing and reciting things. You have to know and to learn. Take notes on the lecture videos. You'll note that I'm not providing a lot of definitions. You won't see tons of text on my screen. These are outlines. Slides should be outlines. So you want to take note on what I'm saying in them. Take notes on questions you have and bring those questions to discussions. Do the work. Some of you are going to get the first assignment, which is going to be looking at research methods, and you're going to be like, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what to do. You need to complete the assignment one way or another. As if you look at the syllabus, a bulk of the work is in the assignments. Exams are not everything. Assignments are where you really show what you know. Now, if you don't understand the assignment, well, first off, make sure you're in the class discussion period, because part of what we're going to be doing there is previewing that assignment and working through some examples of what the assignment looks like. But if you still have issues, communicate. Don't just sit there quietly and be like, well, I don't know, I don't care. You're not going to pass this class without turning in work. Some of you may have gone to school systems that you don't turn in any assignments, nobody cares. That doesn't happen here. Right? So ask for help, ask for clarification, ask if something you're doing seems right or wrong. I also encourage you to try to engage with the material. How much you get from this class depends on what you put into it. If you treat it like it's not important, that's up to you, but we literally study scientifically everything that's going on in the world right now, and most of it applies to your own life. Our assignments will try to get at this, but try to engage with it. Ask what it means to you. Lastly, use your resources, including, well, what are those? Me. We're probably going to have some online tutoring set up, but talk to me. Ask me what you need to know. Message me, email me. Use the book. It has a study guide. It has quizzes in the back. It has a glossary of terms. Talk to your peers. Use all the course resources we have. Right? So use all those things. They're there for you and to help you succeed. Quick note on taking notes. Again, my slides, you'll note they have key concepts and terms, but I don't put a lot of writing on slides. I don't want you to read the slides. I want you to read the book. So take notes. Maybe if I talk about a particular example that helps you in the lecture, write it down as an example of a concept like anomie. We don't know what that is yet, but we'll look it up. Try to find what helps you understand the material. But I'm looking for a deeper level of comprehension and understanding in this course. So it's going to challenge you, but don't feel like a challenge means you can't do it. All right, so for Friday and for next week, I'm going to post a sociological imagine exercise to Flipgrid, and I want you for Friday to try to post a response. Flipgrid you can access through your paying email. It is free. And make sure you do your enrollment certification. For next week, we'll be covering chapter 1 of the book. So make sure you're in Blackboard. And I will likely be emailing out a scanned copy of chapter 1 just in case people are a little slow to get into Blackboard. All right, I'll see you all on Wednesday morning.